Yeah, everything controls really well, like you might expect from a Dr. Beef port. I need to change my pants after this. Now, I've been given early access to the Oculus Quest Doom 3 port thanks to Dr. Beef's team. This port is coming to SideQuest very soon, or it might already be out depending on when you're watching this video. What you're seeing here is the official webpage for the Doom 3 port, and it contains lots of useful information about this port and future editions, including installation instructions and a place you can donate to Dr. Beef and his team for all of their fantastic work. Bear in mind you do need to own a copy of Doom 3 to play this port. Now, it can be a digital version from a platform like Steam, but I have here a well-used physical copy back from 2004 when it was first released. I also have the add-on Resurrection of Evil, although I'm not sure if that will work with the port at this time. They are in the mini box format, as this was around the time the bigger A4 size box PC games were being replaced by these so-called mini or small boxes so retailers could fit more things on their shelves. Now, taking a look at the back, we can see that it says it's a terrifying atmosphere with never before seen detail and real-time lighting and shadow. And indeed, at the time this was released in 2004, the lighting and visuals were amazing. I can't recall it being too scary, but it'll be interesting to see how VR will increase the horror. Now, inside we have this bulky multi-CD case with 3 CDs containing about 2 gigabytes worth of game. So I'm going to install these onto my computer so I can get the necessary .pak files from the base game folder, and we're good to go. So here we are playing Doom 3 on the Oculus Quest. I'm very excited to get stuck into this one. Before I do, let's check out some of the options. And there's nothing there. VR options, here we go. Alright, general, we have a ton of options here. So we have a laser sight. We can change our dominant hand. We can change the body mode, whatever that means. Okay, so it seems like our view. So we can have it hands only, weapons only, or full body. We have flashlight mode. We can change where the flashlight is located. I'm going to leave it in the hand as that's how it was originally played. I'm going to leave it as smooth turn, and I think pretty good. Let's look at performance. So it looks like there's 2 recommended settings here. One for Quest 1, one for Quest 2. Quest 1 is locked at 60 Hz, whereas Quest 2 I can bump it up to 72 Hz, but I have to lower the super sampling and MSAA. Now, according to VR Bumser, who is part of Dr. Beef's team, 1.2 super sampling is equivalent to about PC VR kind of visuals. So I'm going to keep it at 60 Hz, I think. Bump it up to 1.2 super sampling and 2 times MSAA. Let's chuck these on as well, why not? Yeah, sounds good. Heads up display. The opacity, full heads up display. All looks good. I can play around with these as I go along. So let's jump in. I think veteran is the only way to go. And here we are inside Doom 3. And it looks pretty damn amazing. Here are my hands. Doesn't seem like I can move any fingers or thumbs. Nice. Alright.
Welcome to Mars. All new arrivals need to check in at reception.
Thanks, Gov.
Welcome to Mars City, Union Aerospace's premier research facility.
Gotta get out
To
of
expedite
here.
your processing, please
This
proceed
guy
to
doesn't look too hot. Wow, look at these lighting effects. Amazing for the Quest.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. I'm gonna need you to step on one of those red squares on the floor for a bioscan. This'll
Okay.
only take a second. Okay, let me get this started.
Scanning.
You're gonna need to hold still. Moving around only makes the test take longer.
This is probably what you need to do to log in to the Quest 3.
Alright, bioscan looks good. Cleared for entry.
I remember these guys. Spider sentry things.
On behalf of the UAC, welcome to Mars. Welcome to Mars. First time? You can just leave your bag there. I'll have it sent up your quarters. Okay, there's a few things we need to take care of first. This is your personal data assistant. You'll need this to access all secure areas.
Look at that PDA.
If you get clearance
It's
for
a brick.
security zones, it'll download.
This is meant to be the year 2100 and something.
So don't lose it.
We've got something that looks like worse than an iPad.
Kelly has
And the
requested
screen.
your immediate attention. Head directly
This was made in 2004, so it's interesting to see what they thought the future would look like back then. So yeah, we have this PDA. I remember it has data, emails, video discs, and these will give things like parts of the backstory. There we go, that's how we close it. I think there's a video disc there actually. So yeah, the video disc comes up, gives you some of the story, also can give you things like codes to access hidden areas and get extra gear. So it's well worth checking them out when you pick them up.
For your cooperation.
I'm here because there seems to be some very serious problems.
Oh, really? Do I need to remind you of the groundbreaking work that we're doing here?
This guy must have been inspired by Hannibal Lecter.
Authorized by the board to look at everything.
The board authorized you?
That's Anthony Hopkins for sure.
Doesn't know the first thing about science. All they want is something to make them more money, some product. Don't worry, they'll get their product.
After how many accidents? Tell me, Dr. Petruger, why are so many workers spooked, complaining, requesting transfers off Mars?
They simply can't handle life here. They're exhausted and overworked. If I had a larger, more competent staff and bigger budget, even these few accidents could have been avoided.
I'm afraid you'll get nothing more until my report is filed with the board. I will need full access, Dr. Petruger, Delta included. I won't have any difficulties doing that, will I?
Only if you get lost, Swan. Just stay out of my way. Amazing things will happen here soon. You just wait.
Let's go.
I think this is where it starts.
No, no, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand or comprehend. The devil is real. I know. I built his cage.
I'm getting abnormal readings here. This is bad.
Oh, God!
These levels. We're losing it.
Too late.
Help us!
Get this torch on. Quick. Sweet. It's like these spirits turn these guys into zombies. And this guy is about to turn.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly.
How do I reload?
Attacked by an unknown enemy force. Fall back to Marine HQ to regroup.
There you go. Whoa, jeez. Too busy reloading. Didn't see this guy. I love how they just melt into instant gibs.
I say again, fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders.
Wow. Just hearing all your teammates getting attacked. Sounds so good. So much atmosphere. VR definitely improves this game. Definitely improves this game. Gotta go across the planet. You have a certain amount of oxygen, so I've got to move my arse to the airlock pretty quick.
Command HQ, this is Bravo team. We've got one Marine down, 2 wounded. Command HQ, this is Fire Team 4. We have 2 down and left.
Bad luck.
This is Fire Team 2. Main power systems down.
Hey.
Life support systems only. We've got lots of civilian casualties. It's a mess. Command HQ, attempting to
Knew
secure
he
the
went
area.
somewhere. Okay. Yeah, everything controls really well, like you might expect from a Dr. Beef port. I need to change my pants after this. Yeah, all controls very well. Aiming, everything. Just very responsive, I guess. Maybe here, maybe not. As an imp. Don't think those guys do later, I don't think. Let's press this thing here. See if this does something. Okay. Ooh, where's my hand gone? There
Warning.
This is Command HQ. Report directly to Marine Headquarters and await further orders.
So in the original game, you couldn't actually hold the torch and the gun at the same time, which annoyed me no end because I had to switch back and forward all the time from flashlight to gun back to flashlight. I think it annoyed a lot of people. Jeez. These guys are hiding everywhere. Yeah, so I don't think I was the only one it annoyed, but I kind of get the idea. It adds an element of tension, because when you have your flashlight up, you don't have your gun, and so you feel like really vulnerable. So I kind of get the idea behind it. For me, kind of didn't work, but some people might have liked it. Just wasn't for me, really. Oh, gee. Okay. Yeah, it just really wasn't for me. I mean, this game, Doom 3, was a whole different game to, you know, previous Dooms. And that, get my hand up. There we go. And that was a much more cinematic like this. You get these like scenes and storyline where Doom, you just dropped right in there. This also relies much more on tension and scares and horror than the original Doom, and it's much more linear this as well. There's not much backtracking or exploration, you know. So, totally different game. I didn't like it when it first came out. Way okay. Oh, just in time, come on. Okay, just get my breath back. I didn't like it when it first came out because it was totally different to the Doom I knew, but I've grown to appreciate it and love it over time, and especially in VR, it's a whole different beast. This way, I think. Classic explosive Doom barrels there. Yeah, I should have expected something like that was going to happen. Oh, you're kidding me, don't do that. I think the pistol might be best here, more accurate. Or maybe not. Oh, you hit me. Now with this game being fairly easy, probably better to play on the harder difficulties if you can. Lasts about 9 hours from what I remember. Shells there. And they really try to make it so there's things always coming up behind you. You never feel 100% safe. We have this health point here, very Half-Life-like. In fact, this is just after Half-Life 2, I think. Oh crap. One shot. Yeah, they remind me of lickers or licker tongues or whatever they called from Resident Evil 2. They crawl around. A lot more aliens like. They can, you know, crawl in all the different spaces and sneak up on you. I think I'm going back to the beginning there. You can run in this game, and you can also punch using your hands like that, so it's a lot more interactive. You can do the same for grenades as well, I believe. Act like real grenades in that you can throw them, which is really good. That's a nice element of immersion. Yeah, always get me. Through here. Okay. Oh, that's the bridge that I crossed. This is where I saw that guy running for his life. A health point with some shells. Okay. Oh, I think he's coming for me. So this game unfortunately doesn't feature the double-barreled shotgun. That is a classic Doom weapon. But the expansion does. This also, but this does have the plasma rifle, the BFG, chain gun. So it does have a lot of the original guns. Just not the double-barreled, which was my favourite, or at least one of my favourites. Guy snuck up on me there.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We don't know what we're up against. Repeat, we have negative ID on the assailing force.
Yeah.
Give us a clear path back to HQ. Stock up on ammo, establish a stronghold, and keep them at bay.
Oh, come on. Enough of that now. So satisfying when you get one of those explosive barrel kills. We'll leave it there for now, but Doom 3 works really good in virtual reality. I kind of expected it would anyway. It's a first-person shooter with a tense horror kind of atmosphere, and these types of games tend to translate well into VR. And Dr. Beef and his team have managed to pull off yet another fantastic port. The visuals and the lighting look fantastic, the performance is great, and it controls really well. And there's plenty of options to play around with, so you can tweak the game to suit your playstyle. That's it from me for now. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.